Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? So yeah, yesterday, not a lot of movement. Why? Well, there was a lot of movement. I showed you guys on the chart where, Bitcoin had dropped down to 81,151. Popped back up to like 83 and change. I think that's where we are right now, 83,664 for Bitcoin. Am I expecting, blood today? I am expecting blood today. Might not get it, but I definitely expect it. Right? I have everything on tap, ready to rock. Just because of how everything hit yesterday, it hit after the bell. Okay, hit after the bell. So I think everybody's still shell shocked. That was checking throughout the night. Everything kind of stayed at like that 83,000 mark. So I'm just wondering if it hasn't hit the world yet about these tariffs, or is the world just shrugging them off? And I don't think it's the latter. I think we're waiting for the retaliations. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting at the moment. That big drop down to 81,000. Yeah, that blew up liquidated about $518 million, right? That's no joke. $518 million in liquidations. Let me get that straight. No, $518 billion in liquidations. So that's kind of a little bit of a big deal. Little bit of a big deal. So yeah, I'm expecting stocks to actually start to react today, as they start to dig into the details of those tariffs. The specificities. I'm expecting that the rest of the world will take a breather and put together their reactions, and we'll see what happens. Maybe they actually come to the table and they start to negotiate. If we look at what happened in the past with the negotiations, just because these countries negotiate doesn't mean that they're actually going to stick to it. We've seen it with China. We've seen it with a few countries. So we've kind of got to wait and see what happens. I think it was during the first term of this regime, it was $100 billion deal, and China didn't even do 50 billion of it. So we've got to look to see, well, what's actually going to stick. What's actually going to stick. But right now, we've got people that are going to feel these tariffs here as taxes in the immediacy. So farmers are feeling it in Middle America. Just people are going to start to feel it. So we've got to start paying attention to how that's going to affect our bags respectively. So if you can, go take a look at those tariffs. Go start to pay attention to who's being affected and the announcements that they're making. I know that farmers are definitely going to be impacted. I've seen interviews with farmers that are saying they didn't even recover from the last time that this regime did that. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Standard Chartered has come out and said that they think that Avalanche is going to outperform Bitcoin by 2029 with a 1,326% jump up. Now, I have to say, Bitcoin is king, but I can possibly see that with the numbers that they're using, right? Because it's outpacing Bitcoin. Doesn't mean it's going to surpass Bitcoin. It's going to outpace Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is expected to grow up by about 500%, right? So that's kind of a big deal. Actually, you know what? I forgot to leave a note for you guys. Don't forget to invest in yourself today. There you go. So yeah, if Avalanche is projected to jump up by over 1,300%, and Bitcoin is projected to jump up by about 500%. Yeah, that's an outperformance. So it's a reason why I'm looking at Avalanche. Another reason why I'm looking at Avalanche is Sumitomo Mitsui Bank is actually looking to launch their stablecoin on Avalanche. Avalanche has quietly become like a very big deal in a very short time. I knew something was going on when California said that they were going to take all of their automobile titles, and tokenize them on Avalanche. I knew that's when people were looking at Avalanche in a very serious way. Now, here's something for you to contemplate. Everything that's going on with Avalanche, a lot of people are thinking that should have gone on with Solana, and it didn't. Just saying. Further proof that Solana is not all that it's cracked up to be. because Avalanche is basically coming out of nowhere and just snagging these crazy deals. I'm just saying, or crazy use cases. I'm just saying, you got to pay attention to that. Another crazy use case that I heard about today is this company, White. Hold on a second. It's White Rock is leveraging NASDAQ data and Chainlink data for zero weight tokenized stocks, meaning zero, the settlement time, zero weight. And I'm like, wow, that's going to be big. That's going to be met with a lot of happiness. And I'm telling you, that's not going to be the only company that's going to do that. I'm just bringing it up. I've never heard of White Rock and tokenizing things, but the combination of NASDAQ and Chainlink, that's a sick combination. So I can see a lot of things going on right there. Then you got, has nothing to do with this company, but OnlyFans. One of the founders of OnlyFans is partnering with the Hedera Foundation, or the HBAR Foundation. What's its technical name? The HBAR Foundation. And they've made a last-minute bid for TikTok's U.S. operations. Wow. You want to know who else made a last-minute bid for TikTok's U.S. operations? Amazon. And then BlackRock said that they would invest in a small percentage, because that's what they always do. 5% here, 5% there. But look at the players that are vying for that. And I think this Saturday is the deadline. So we're going to see what happens with that. That's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. I know something else I didn't know. EY, formerly known as Ernst & Young, they've got a blockchain. They've got a layer 2 blockchain based on Ethereum called Nightfall. And they've upgraded that institutional, solution. And it's a zero knowledge rollup for instant finality and enhanced privacy, retaining a permissioned structure with standard identity integrations for corporate clients. That's not small. That's not small. So for all of these companies that are looking to do some blockchain transactions and things like that, EY is saying, oh, we have a solution for you. I'm dying to see how the rest of the accounting firms step up like that. I want to see what happens. But you can see the embracement of the technology. You can see the embracement of the technology and working its way into the fabric of traditional finance. And not just finance, but business operations in general. That's a kind of a big deal, because if you're playing the game at an EY level where you need a big 4 accounting firm at your back, that's the space that they're going after. That's big. That's not small. That's not small. Now, there's a bill, the Stable Act. The House Financial Services Committee has actually pushed that bill forward. And this is amidst, Democrats going after the financials for World Liberty Financial. They want to understand how that money is flowing in and out of that company. And they think that the SEC has all of that information. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. There are a lot of conflicts going on right now with regard to the financials of certain companies. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out and how that has a ripple effect going forward. Something else that happened. Hong Kong. Remember I told you yesterday that Justin Sun came out and he was spreading FUD about FDUSD? Here's why. Hong Kong court filings reveal Justin Sun secretly bailed out True USD. Now you know why I'll never touch that stablecoin. During a liquidity crisis caused by misdirected reserves, raising concerns about mismanagement and Binance's distancing from the asset. Yeah. Binance was like, we see what's going on over there. We want no part of it. That's what happened. So Justin Sun, to try to take the focus off of his mess, right, started trying to spread FUD about Binance's FDUSD. I'm sitting here and I'm just going, yeah, more proof that anything that Justin Sun touches, I will not go near. Period. Why would you ever do something like that? I'm just not. I'm just absolutely not. What else is going on? That's right. We should get into the numbers. So let me scoot on over there. Get my notes out of the way. And what do we have going on today? We've got the U.S. unemployment report. No, that's tomorrow. Sorry. We have jobless claims, U.S. trade deficit, S&P final U.S. services PMI, ISM services, and more Fed speak. Again, pay attention to the Fed speak. Both voting and non-voting. You want to pay attention. You want to pay, because it's a way to look forward, a way to get into their head and understand how they think. Is this one always a pessimist? Is this one always an optimist? Is this one always towing the line? Like, what goes through their head, how they think is what you're looking for from that. What else do we have? Fear and greed index. Yep. Like I said, down to 25. I told you yesterday it was going to drop. We were at 44 yesterday. It's at 25 today. And I think it's going to go higher. You know, I'm not a big fan of poly market, but apparently poly market's numbers for recession have gone up by 10%. That's a big deal. They're at 50-50 now. DeFi Llama, we lost about 800 million, but we're at $101.064 billion in total value locked. That's pretty strong, fighting back. Then you've got Bitcoin right here. So you see that? Somehow, some way, right there, 88,630. It popped up to that number as a negative, and then look at that, 81,243. Crazy. Absolutely insane. And you have all kinds of crosses going on over here. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on. Look at that. So the 20-day moving average dips below the 200-day moving average. And you can see where we are right now. We're right about there. Wow. That's interesting. I think we could be in for another hit. I definitely see us dipping into this bracket, which is 77,252 to 82,490. I can definitely see us dipping into this band right here. That's a long time ago that we established that band. It's a long time ago. That's no joke. That's crazy. Do I see an opportunity here now? I could buy in here and be okay. Am I going to rush to put anything extra at this point? No. I want to wait until the market's up. I want to wait until at least the extended hours markets open up, see what the futures say. When you're looking at the big board, you can see everything's bloody. Sol is below 120, Bitcoin's below 85, Ethereum is playing around with 1800 or getting into the 17s. GMB is still above 600, but really close to below, right? BCH is down. Shiba Inu is at 12. Chainlink is still mucking around at 13. I'm telling you, we can see bigger dips. Asia didn't react the way I thought it was going to react, and I think the news hasn't hit everybody because the news came so late. Just saying, well played. And you look at these numbers going straight across, and you're kind of like, yeah, nothing's pretty. Are you noticing something that I'm noticing? Yes. Ethereum's at 45, but this time around, Bitcoin has taken a harder hit than Ethereum. When you look at it relatively, that's what's going on in the past couple of days. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, yeah, there are going to be opportunities. There are going to be opportunities, straight up. What else is there? There you go, right here. XRP at $2.06. I'm not even going to play. That, for me, that's a delicious number. That's a delicious number right there. Do I expect it to go lower? Do I expect it to hit below $2 again? Yes, I really do. Let's see how long this takes. Okay. So right there, it was at $2. $2. Let's see, take it a little bit wider. Yeah, it was almost exactly $2 yesterday. Do I think it'll go below $2? Yes, I do. If it dips below $2, I'm going to be all about it. I'm going to be all about it because I think it'll go back up. I think that even from right here, I think I can make about 25% with no problem, no sweating, no nothing. We've got a lot of positive news coming out later this month. So that's why I think, we could do things like that. Let's go over to big baggers. Come on, let's go. Chop, chop. It's not coming up for me. That's because I clicked on the wrong thing. It's supposed to go to Crypto Tracker. It happens. It happens. So Farcoin down 22%, GMB X Factor 5.22. Can I make money off of that? Possibly. I think I can make money off of that by buying it off of this large hit. Now, here's something that I'm contemplating. I still think there's a downside. I don't think it's over yet. I think there's going to be another dip, and I'll buy on that. I'm not going to buy here because I don't expect us to go up from here relatively quickly. This week, I think, is going to be a down week. And to remember, it's sell Fridays. People sell on Fridays. So wherever we're at right now, we can really feel it tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Who else am I looking at? Hyperliquid down 12%, 12.34% with a GMBX factor of 1.97. Can Hyperliquid survive that? I think so. Bonk down 10.825% with a GMBX factor of 4.25. I think Bonk's going to wind up coming back. When everything starts to pop back up, I think that's when you're going to start to see things come back. Official Trump down 10.6% with a GMBX factor of 6.9. Yeah, it's not going to make it. I thought it was going to be a $100 coin, but they didn't know what they were doing. So yeah, it dropped. Seriously, I'm not even going to play. It should have been $100,000. It should have been a $100 coin. Dog with Hat down 9.33% with a GMBX factor of 11.75. Do I think it's going to get that back? Maybe. It's a maybe for me. Right now, when I'm looking at these numbers, it's a maybe. But I think they do have a strong opportunity to do it. Dog with Hat kind of has a good name. So we'll see what happens. Toncoin down 8.88 with a GMBX factor of 1.22. Yeah, I'd be buying some right now. I'm waiting because, like I said, I'm expecting another dip. So I'm not buying anything right now. But one of them would be Toncoin. For those of you that are following, SNEC is down 8.84% with a GMBX factor of 2. Wow. Exactly 2. Do I think SNEC can come back from that? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really do. I really, really do. What else do we have? Immutable is down 8.24% with a GMBX factor of 19.22. They've got a long way to go to get that back. So do I think it's going to happen within, what used to be the cycle? No, I don't think it'll happen within this cycle. But I do think that Immutable is going to do well. So my theory is at 47 cents, I could get into Immutable, have my foot in the gaming space, which, they just had the court case go away. I think things are starting to fire up for them. I could get in right now and still make money, even if I don't believe that they'll make it back to that GMBX factor. I definitely believe I can make money off of that. Not paying attention to that guy. Let's see. BitTensor, no. Well, actually, BitTensor is down 7.14. It's got a GMBX factor 2.57. Maybe. BitTensor is kind of strong. Jupiter is down 7.12. GMBX factor 4.28. Possibly. That's a possibly. I think there's potential there, but their biggest play, their only play is Solana. So if Solana doesn't do well, Jupiter's not going to do well, straight up. Maker is interesting to me. 3.89 GMBX factor, down 6.94%, maybe. Celestia and Pudgy Penguins both down 6.9 and 6.8% respectively. Pudgy Penguins, is it going to make money coming back to 13.26 GMBX factor? No. But can I make money off of it? Yes. I firmly believe I can make money off of that. And if you've got a 6.26 for Celestia, can I make money off of that? Yes. Do I think they're going to make their GMBX factor? I don't know. So that's what we're looking at today. Then let's take a look at the winners, of which I'm expecting almost nothing. Of nothing that counts, right? Let's see. That list would end right here, and there's nobody over here that I'm paying attention to, really. Even Wormhole, yeah, it's up 12%, but it's got a GMBX factor of 18.6, and I'm not holding any bag for Wormhole, period. So we've got a ways to go. Mantra, wow, yeah, I have a bag of Mantra. The only reason why I'm paying attention to it is because it's got a GMBX factor of 0.42. I could get in here and make some money. Same thing with Litecoin. You can get in there and make some money. Is what I'm thinking based off of these numbers. So there's a lot going on. Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. There's a lot. Pay attention to go watch last night's video if you haven't already. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there, right? Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you have a good one. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, smash the likes, tell your friends about us, and definitely become a member of the community. Go to growmybag.tv/sign-up. If you want to learn on your own time, I've released 2 books, one published yesterday. It's got a digital copy, a hardcover, and a paperback. The GMB 3, The Art of Research, Timing, and Deliberate Wealth. Everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And as always, thank you for your trust. Have a good one. Bye-bye.